I'd like to introduce you all to Dr. Tim Phillips, who has just won a national award for his research involving clinical trials on treatment for a toxin that is rather common.
In our lab, we work with compounds called mycotoxins. They're produced by fungi and molds, and they're very important in that they have been shown to cause disease and even death in man and animals. And probably the most significant, maybe the most studied of these mycotoxins are known as aflatoxins.
So I guess, Tim, that's my first question I'd like to ask you is, this toxin you've been studying for many years?
About 20 years.
About 20 years. It's called aflatoxin. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and why you've been studying?
Yeah, aflatoxin is one of probably, well, really more than 300 mold-elaborated toxins that can cause disease and death in humans and animals. Aflatoxin is probably the most studied and maybe the most significant because it's one of the most potent liver carcinogens known to man. And it's a problem also because it occurs after drought. So those areas, those countries that are susceptible to a lot of drought stress in their corn and peanuts may see more of this compound ending up as a contaminant of animal feeds and human foods.
Now, why does it occur after drought? I thought molds grow better when it's wet.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And actually, there's probably a lot of ways to answer that, but in general, aflatoxin, the fungus, likes to produce the toxin at about a maximum of 18 degrees. And
centigrade.
Yes, and when you're out in the field, like in corn, for instance, normally, at the dough stage or whatever, before you bring it in, you'll have high moisture content. But during drought, that tends to drop the moisture drastically in the corn down to the area that the mold really likes. And of course, what happens when they bring the corn and peanuts in, the way they try to stop it from being a storage problem is to dry it down to 13% moisture. Keep it away from 18. So, but the drought tends to shift it that way more rapidly.